Mark the X. This is AM 970 WSTX. AM 970 WSTX.
All right. Reflections Thursday. Great, fantastic, outstanding, plain, excellent day, laying the foundation for Friday. So remember, folks, it starts with Thursday. All right. So we're here in the studio, and we have a guest here for the St. Croix Montessori School. And she was also bringing to my attention that the school and kids are participating in the upcoming chili cook-off that's done over on the Key. Okay? And I'm saying, like, what chili cook-off? I didn't hear about any chili cook-off. Okay, here we go again, folks. We've got something great, fantastic, outstanding, plain, excellent going on here in St. Croix. And you know what? Maybe some people don't know, but we're going to do something about that here today.
We are.
All right? Because starting with me, some people didn't know. Okay? So, but let's keep it real. The fact of the matter is this Saturday, 10 a.m. in the morning, it's over a hotel on the Key. And you know, when they say the chili cook-off, they make it sound like it's big people involved in this. Are young people engaged in this also?
They are. We're going to have about 5-6 kids there.
Forgive me. I didn't let you introduce yourself. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Christina Torres. I'm the new head of school at St. Croix Montessori. And we're really excited because we have kids that love to cook who are going to be there this Saturday putting their skills and sticking their chili in for a competition.
All right. Fantastic. Now, folks, you know, you got to get over to the Key. And usually to get over to the Key, you have to pay a little fee anyhow. All right? Well, the way they have it set up, they have it that it's $10 for adults and $8 for children. But that's not just transportation. That gets you into the event and gets you the ability to taste the food. All right? So, it's value. The transportation money have the eating money built into it. Well, you can't eat off everything now, but it's a start. Robert, you hear that one? Okay, no Tupperware at this one. Anyhow, but yeah, so it's really interesting. So really, you're getting your money's worth, as in you get your ability to participate in the stuff that's going on there. But what's new to me, the second thing that's new to me, is that this chili cook-off really incorporates an opportunity for our young people to get out there and show their culinary skills.
Absolutely. So they're going to be, anybody can enter in if they want to put their chili out there. So there's an entry fee for $35 if you want to actually do a chili cook-off. So our kids, we have about 6 families that have come together. And I can't tell you the recipe and what we're going to do because that's a surprise. We're trying to put a Crucian flair on our chili. I will say that. So I hope people will come by and taste our St. Croix Montessori's chili. And what the kids are going to be doing, you have to do all the preparation there. There's international chili rules, which I never knew about until we signed up. So kind of interesting. You know, unfortunately, you have to hold the pyrotechnics. Those have to stay at home. That's in the rules. Things I never expected to see. Wow. But it's exciting. We've been thinking about a recipe, and we'll also have for the families there. There's going to be bounce houses, and what St. Croix Montessori thought we could do. You know, as a Montessori school, we really encourage families to talk and get together, and really interact with children and their environment. So we have a scavenger hunt that we've put together for people.
Oh, okay.
And so just come on by when the kids are, you know, done with their bounce houses and foam pit and rides. Come on over to our booth. We have a scavenger hunt that. There's some instructions, you know, just finding stuff around Hotel on the Key and around the event. And then we're going to have a drawing for a prize. So based off of who comes with their completed scavenger hunt.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. Well, I'm going to just do a little highlight on this this event, and then we're coming to you to talk about Montessori, so we're going to focus on the school.
Awesome, thank you.
But the event, as it's shown here on Facebook, it says that they have 4 separate crowd drawing aspects. One, of course, we talked about so far, which is the chili cook-off, all right, which consists of 15 to 20 competitors battling to see who has the best homemade chili, all right? Then they have the country Christmas concert, which will feature Bobby McClendon from Nashville, Tennessee, and Dick's Garage from St. Croix singing it on a stage. All right, that will be mere feet from the shoreline offering a unique concert experience, okay? All right. You're going to have a kids fun zone. They're going to have 4 large bouncies, large inflatable rides, as they say here, and both kids and adults can have fun together with the way they have it set up. Okay?
Yes.
Then they're going to have a glow party in the night. People will have in their possession glow sticks to complement with the lighted boat parade, because hey, this is the boat parade is coming up also. I got to go back and check my stuff because I know I've got that stuff in there. The activity, in fact, the boat parade is at 12.
It's that night, so you can be right there at the hotel.
You can be right there and get a different perspective.
Yeah,
fantastic,
Or,
fantastic.
Because I get in the hotel, stay the night, and see the parade go right by.
Exactly.
Right by, so you're right there on the beach.
All right, okay, and I see that they have good support in the community in terms of sponsors. I'm not going to go through all of that right this moment, but I think that the important point is people realize now that you got boat parade, you've got the chili cook-off, we've got fantastic things going on.
We
so
do.
All we've got to do is be there and enjoy. So who is this you have here with you?
This is my son, Clayton, who I was letting him come to see how the radio station worked this morning.
Hi, Clayton. How you doing?
Good.
You doing all right?
Yeah.
Good, good. Okay, so enjoy and look on, and you'll see what we do here. Okay, so let's talk about the Montessori school.
Great. There is a lot to talk about. So one of the things that I love about Montessori schools, which I'll say I am a latecomer to Montessori. So I found Montessori when my son was 6 years old, but many people find it early on. So I know there's a large Montessori community here on St. Croix, and it's fantastic. We have children, so at St. Croix Montessori, we have kids starting at 2.5 years old and going up all the way to 12 years old. So that's one of the common myths, that Montessori children, it's only for pre-K, and it's not. There's actually goes on up through elementary, and in our case up to 6th grade. So we have a fantastic environment there, and where children are learning how to be people in the world, and that's what it's all about, right?
Yep.
You know, it's the community. And so in our community, what we're teaching kids about is the world, and what is it like to be a member of the world. And our goal is not to raise children for, high school or college. Those are steps on the greater journey, right? We want to raise people that we all want to be around, that these are people that care about the world around them, care about each other, are curious, love learning, and that's what a Montessori education is about.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. All right. So now that you're there at the school in terms of the community interface, I think that all your activities, like for instance, your kids participating in the chili cook-off. Whenever you have things like that going on, just remember. WSTX is a community-minded station.
Absolutely,
let us know
yes.
So that we can help to get the word out. Because whatever is going on, whether it's that or Calypso Inc. with their Junior Calypsonian,
Yes.
or in as this past weekend We had FBLA.
Yes.
We want to get the word out and make sure that the community has the highest degree of opportunity to participate and support.
Absolutely.
Okay?
And you just hit on something that, one thing that's been important to me coming in as the first head of school for this community has been around how can we help our parents know not just, we have a community at St. Croix Montessori, but it's about what else is happening on St. Croix. And how do we get out there and participate, and what is it that our children need to learn about? I mean, we're so blessed to live here. There's so much happening, and so we love sharing that information about what's happening around the island and making sure that our children and families are aware of it.
Fantastic, fantastic. But just remember, and you spread the word to the parents also, because sometimes parents are involved in other activities that involve the children also.
Oh, yes.
And, people think that, well, okay, radio is all about advertising only and you got to pay for advertising. Well, the fact of the matter, when we talk about events coming up, that's a form of advertising. But you know what? If we know about it, we're going to talk about it anyhow, whether it's for pay or not, So take advantage of what's available here through WSTX, the community-minded station. Everybody going to get tired of hearing me saying that, but that's okay. I'd rather them get tired and not forget because I'm going to tell you, as a talk show host, sometimes it's very, aside from frustrating, it definitely is challenging because we have a lot of organizations that have great things going on in the community, and anytime I find out about something after it's happened, it's just like,
I know.
You got to let people know. So
Yep.
whether it's Rotary or St. Croix Environmental Association or St. Croix Sailing, whatever is going on, especially when it involves young people, please let us know.
Absolutely.
And we'll do our utmost best to help to get the word out. Okay, it just helps the whole community. For instance, like here in Gallows Bay last night with the function that they had here, a lot of people come here, and whether it's coffee, sandwiches, candy, the thing that they forgot to pick up from the hardware store, a lot of money is spent because of the convenience of being here and being entertained.
I saw most of my school here last night.
Hey, see, the word is getting out, and it's so funny. I have one of my Facebook friends at about like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. They put out a post that this was happening. The problem is at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm kind of closing down my late night operations of video editing and everything else, and I'm looking at, well, I got to run out the door, take folks to school, do this. So I didn't see it. And my whole day was just running.
It goes by,
And then I got a phone call from someone and say, hey, what's up with this? Your young people going to this, that. And I said, wait, that's tonight? That was my response. So, folks, WSTX AM 970, your community-minded station, is here to support you, but you got to give us the information we need so that the public can know and in turn come out and support you. I don't want nobody bashing the public participation when you don't get the word out. The two of them go hand in hand. Just because you think it, don't mean that everybody else feels it.
No, I do this thing sometimes where I think I told somebody something, and I told them in my head, but I didn't actually say it. So I will, though, then you're reminding me, I'll say it really early, and this is the first time we're saying anything about it, but people can save March 12th is our Taste of India dinner. So, and we don't have a location yet, we're working on it, but that's our huge fundraiser that we so St. Croix Montessori is a 501c nonprofit. I'm really proud of that. We're a nonprofit school, and part of our mission is to make sure that our school is accessible to all children.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give you.
I was gonna say, so save March 12th. That's our largest fundraiser.
Okay. Let me give you an assignment.
Oh, you got it.
Teacher in the process. Okay. So this event has a legacy. It's been done for years.
It has. This will be our 10th annual.
All right. So that means we must have some pictures and so forth around the place from the past events?
Sure, we do. We've got some videos up on our Facebook page where you can see what the past one was, and our website.
All right. So How do people find you on Facebook again?
St. Croix Montessori. So St. Croix spelled out, Montessori, Montessori, or they can go to stcroixmontessori.com.
All right. Okay. So I'm looking forward to that because next time when you have that event, plan to
I'll be
first
back.
of all
Yeah.
come in before. All right. But what we're going to need is we're going to need pictures and video, which we'll coordinate
You got
and all
it.
that other good stuff.
Yep.
And so that our show will be complete when we put it on YouTube, and everything that we're talking about, everybody will be able to see in the background.
It is,
okay?
and people dress up in saris. There's Bollywood dancing, silent auction. It's a fun, beautiful event.
All
My
right.
suggestion, you can go to the Thai restaurant.
Oh
Right
yeah,
on the
yeah,
Peters.
yes, yeah.
And Peter's Rest.
Yeah, we've got, and that's the other thing is that we have a lot of people in the community that help us get that event together. So we're working right now, getting a word out, looking for sponsors and getting all the details
Fantastic,
ready.
fantastic. Okay. Well, in the process, since this is something in support of a 501c3. Okay, if I said that correctly. Anyhow, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you got it.
Anyhow, you know, sponsors are important.
Oh yes,
Okay? The fact of the matter is we all want good things in our community, but good things take people working together.
Yes.
And part of the people working together are our corporate citizens and small businesses that give a little bit or a lot. Every little bit helps in the process. So make sure you got a good defined list
oh yeah.
of your sponsors.
You're gonna love this.
So-
Where do you think the list is?
Well, I know,
Yeah.
but I said a good defined list
Yes.
because I don't want anybody to come back and curse you because you left them out.
I know, I agree.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yes.
But as you see, you know, I'm so glad you came here because as you see, this station is a great platform for getting information out to the community.
It is.
All right, and I look forward to hearing more about the Montessori school. And I'm going to make my little confession. The most I know about Montessori school is that I drive by there.
No, it's I know.
And I'm saying that in the context.
I
No, I know a little bit more than that. But
No, I
I'm
know.
just saying that for effect for the audience. And I say that getting the word out both in terms of the curriculum,
Yeah.
the teaching style,
Yes.
and what it offers to the community is important, whether it's Montessori school or anyone else involved in education. These are things that you have to
Right.
share with the public.
Absolutely.
So I look forward to seeing you maybe like after the fair so we can
Yes.
start working toward the build-up
Yes.
for this fundraising event and make it bigger than anyone you've ever had before.
That's our goal. That's our goal because this is all, it goes back to the children. And we have our largest class in 6 years, our largest school in 6 years. You know, we were hit really hard, like many people, with Hovenza closing and families leaving. And this is the school's 9th year. And it's exciting. You know, there's change and education are you know, works of passion, and it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication and a community, you know, and you're saying everything you're saying about community and our children are our biggest in this environment on our island. Our children are our future, and every child, whether they go to St. Croix Montessori or public school or, you know, private school, it doesn't matter. Every child is part of our community, and they deserve the best we can give them.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. You know, it sounds like we need to put together a promo for education and go to some of our key people to do their parts of it, and we'd be
Yes.
coming to you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. And it's important people understand. It's great to have rivalry between the schools. Rivalry is great, like sports and that type of thing.
Yeah.
It's great. But in the end, we have one mutual goal,
Yeah, that's
which
our
is the
kids.
best
Yeah.
education of our young people, because ultimately we're talking about the survival and thriving of our community. In
Yes.
the long run, we're also talking about the global impact that's possible. This is why we have to make sure we put everything into education.
Yes.
'Cause that's what's going to make America great in that context, and in turn the Virgin Islands great.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I'm so glad you said that, because one of the things that has been a shift for us is that I'm not looking for St. Croix Montessori to be the best school on St. Croix. You know,
I am.
well, I am, yeah. But it should be, what I really want is for people to have great educational choices on the island,
Right,
wherever
right.
they're looking. And that's one thing that, you know, my role as head of school that I can help do, because Montessori isn't for everybody, but it is for some. And so, you know, and our school needs to be a beacon, you know, in comparison to the world. Our children need to be, they're prepared for this global society, you know, and I heard you talking earlier about, you know, the ocean around us and waste and making sure we respect our environment. And I think about what, you know, I was not raised as a Montessorian. I think, oh my goodness, what could I have done if I had this Montessori education, which is about teaching children these skills to be agents of peace in the globe. You know, it's teaching them how to finish a task. How many times, and we've all been there when we're working with somebody, and you're like, did I really have to tell you every single thing? You know, it's like, or you checked off everything on the checklist,
Yeah,
but there's this pile of dishes sitting right there that you didn't even, and you're like, what should I do? I don't know, maybe the pile of dishes. You know?
Yeah, and it's thinking and service and beyond the little circle of what
Right.
you're into. Understand that you play a role in the bigger picture of things. Well, I want Montessori school to be the best school in the Virgin Islands. I want every school to be the best school in the Virgin
Yes.
Islands. So I might sound a little bit trite when I say that to you, and another
No, I
school
know.
comes here and I say it to them, and so forth and so on. But I'm going to say that because it comes down to the key thing you just said, which is to have great educational choices here in the Virgin Islands. All right. So okay. Well, I'm so glad that you came in here and talked with us today, and we have a tentative date for sometime after the fair.
Yep.
When people can focus on the next big thing, and we will see to what degree we can make the what's the name of the fair? The India
Taste of India.
Taste of India. Okay, we can make Taste of India one of those next big things, just like Taste of St. Croix or Taste of everything. you
Yes.
know?
Oh, that
So,
would be
yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
fantastic. Okay. All right. Well, I'm so glad that you took the time out to come in here and talk with us. And I'm going to just go back for a quick second to the fact that we're having the chili cook-off
Yes.
on the Key the same day / evening that the boat parade is on.
Yep.
Yes.
So it's an opportunity to have fun with the chili cook-off and to see the boat parade from a different perspective.
Relax. Let
Yeah.
that chili, you know, your belly's full with chili. Just sit back and watch the boats.
And watch the boats and watch the boats go
And the
by.
fireworks too.
Yep, exactly.
fireworks, yeah.
And the fireworks.
And that's always I can see the whole waterfront is going to be just.
Oh yeah.
It's
filled
going to
up.
be, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Look
It's
forward
gonna
to
be
it.
a moonlight night.
I'm really excited about it. Our kids are very excited, and it's a chance to get out there and participate, you know.
All right. Well, thanks again.
Thank you.
I know a whole lot more than I did before you came in here about the Montessori school.
Thank
and
you.
to the extent that you are diligently working to make your mark, definitely keep WSTX in mind
I
as your
will.
community-minded station to help get the word out. And we're not in any way saying that all people do is listen to the radio. We know that the real world, you have the radio, you have social networks, you have TV, you have print,
Yeah.
but whenever you focus on any one of them and leave out everything else,
Oh,
you
absolutely.
end up
Yeah.
doing a disservice to whatever the cause is in that sense. So
I agree.
keep us right there in terms of your key places.
You are.
The other thing that we have to somehow figure out is how to get the various agencies or whatever put out press releases, and somehow or the other we've got to get WSTX to be on their list. And I say that I'm going to be a little controversial here, right? And I'll use GRS as an example. GRS sends out press releases all the time. Ask them if they ever send them to WSTX, and ask them if it costs anything to send it to WSTX. And if they don't send it to WSTX, which I know they don't as far as I know, why? Why? Why don't you use all available mechanisms to get the word out when it costs you nothing to do that? It's just an email blast that goes out to all the press, or a fax that goes out to all the press, or whatever the case may be. But the bottom line is there is no excuse for not getting the word out through every avenue. But you see, now, folks get into this thing, or this is my favorite radio station. Well, they're going to find out in short order that a lot of people listen to WSTX.
That's the first one I started listening to.
Yep. As an alternative to everything else, a lot of people listen to WSTX. Every station has their listenership. All right? So I'm saying, whether you're business or government, if you're not having your press releases come to WSTX, you're selling yourself short. You're doing your constituents a disservice. And if making money is part of what you do, and your support of the community ultimately comes back around to that, then you got to do it. And in this case, we talk about our youth and our future, bringing it full circle back to our schools. Whatever is going on with our young people out there, if you haven't told WSTX about it, you're doing your cause a disservice.
Yeah.
So if I seem like I'm harping on this, yes, I'm harping on it because it's important. You can't say the young people are important and then don't do your best to get the word out about what's going on with them. All right? So when you see my picture and you see the box says harp, check mark it. I harped on it. All right. So yeah, as you can see, I have fun doing this.
Absolutely. And thank you for having me, because I can talk about Montessori and all the stuff happening for way too long, and so I really appreciate you having me on here.
All right, fantastic. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and take a break here and talk about other things in the meantime. And again, welcome to WSTX, the community-minded station, and look forward to seeing you back here again.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be back.
AM 970 WSTX.